Welcome to KaiChi Live. I'm KaiChi, and it's my Hamster Gretel review. In this episode titled Superhero Sibling Rivalry, in the beginning of the episode, we see Kevin and Gretel having a sibling argument over chores, and they end up arguing over who gets the remote on the TV. This is the part where their mom stepped in, and then they have a bigger fight, which led them to where Kevin goes to the mall and Gretel goes down to the docks where the villains was messing up the place. Down the docks, we get reintroduced to the sister and brother villains. Lauren, she named herself the Destructress, and Lyle, he named himself the Fist Puncher. Just like Gretel and Kevin, they were also arguing about little things between brothers and sisters. This was my favorite part of the episode, the fight between Hamster and Gretel and the Destructress and Fist Puncher. We see the fight between Gretel and the Destructress. They had a big back and forth, and also we get a funny scene between Fist Puncher and Hamster where Fist Puncher tried to hit Hamster, but he was using the crane where you see like there was like holes, not holes, like the structure of the crane Hamster going through it because it's not a solid shape. But unfortunately, the Destructress and Fist Puncher had got upper hand against Hamster and Gretel, where they were able to knock them down and pin Hamster and Gretel down to the floor with a bunch of large items like boats. Back in the mall, we see Kevin and Fred was hanging out, and we see Kevin being distracted, and Fred just being supported with her cousin, tell him he should just go and check up on her. When Gretel calls Kevin, Fred answered the phone and called Gretel Gretel Beans. I guess that's one of her pet names. I found out kind of cute and hilarious. This is where we found like a strange, not a strange fact, but a fact that between Hamster and Gretel, they both were able to lift 157 tons. And they were under like 200 tons of stuff and they couldn't move. So Kevin rushed over to save her sister and their hamster. When he finally got to the docks, he saw that the Destructress and Fist Puncher was having an argument, just same thing as him and Gretel. He used that to his advantage and tricking them to basically lift all those heavy objects off the Hamster and Gretel, and Hamster Gretel was able to take them down. Should Kevin have powers? No, I mean, this is an episode where we see two siblings fight and siblings helping each other out and basically resolve it. Not resolve it, but we're going to see them having arguments later on in the episode. But honestly, he doesn't need powers this episode. It's just him tricking the two villains into doing what he wanted to do, which is, he's the brain of the group, which is fun to see, figure this stuff out. Sometimes you can be a hero while having superpowers. But in this episode, no, I don't think he should have any powers at all. As for the song wasn't really memorable. I mean, Kim singing it and using it to trick the brother-sister villains. I don't remember. It wasn't good. As for the villains, we kind of sort of know that they may have similar powers to Hamster and Gretel. I mean, that's what the aliens in space did. Like they bestow the same. I think they bestow the same powers. The weird, but there's a tidbit how between the Destructress and Fist Puncher, they could lift up like 156 tons. So does that mean those powers, like how they've been bestowed with powers, can they be calibrated, or is there a reason why that these aliens bestow two people, or Hamster and Gretel, these kind of power? Because we know that they have more than one type of power: super strength, super flight. And we see in one episode Gretel using her heat vision. Is it dangerous to them just throw one person with this much power? Does that mean the person have strength like lift up to 300 tons? That's my guess. Overall, this was a fun episode. We see Gretel and Kevin have a fight, and of course they will resolve it, but they will have kind of a little bit of friction in the future. They're siblings, but they won't abandon each other, and they will look out for each other. As for the Destructress and Fist Puncher, hopefully we see more of them because they have similar powers to Hamster and Gretel. We will see like the other side of what would they do. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, hit that likes button. Click over here to watch my previous videos, and click over here. Subscribe to my channel KaiChi Live for future nerd geeky videos. Thank you.